Coming up on Newswatch 35 First Edition, the North Coast volunteers celebrate the true meaning of Thanksgiving by reaching out to their neighbors this holiday. We'll show you how the area celebrated. Plus, a Waterford family is thankful to be alive after fire rips through their home. And of course, we're still on baby watch. We'll check in on the Magnificent Seven. Outside, it looked more like Easter with all the sunshine. Bill Schubert has the holiday forecast, and Chris Hughes is here with lots of football. It's all next on Newswatch 35 First Edition.
This is 35 WSEE Newswatch 35 First Edition.
What could be better than a day full of food, family, friends, and parades? North Coast people can show you as they manage to bring out the giving in Thanksgiving. Good evening and thank you for joining Newswatch 35 First Edition. I'm Drew Sugars. Lisa Zampa has the day off. For most of us, Thanksgiving Day is a chance to share a meal with family and friends. For others, this was a day to share of themselves. As Newswatch 35's Kim Young reports, hundreds of volunteers spent their day serving food to those in need.
The kitchen at the Marketplace Grill was a madhouse today as 80 volunteers served up tons of turkey, mounds of mashed potatoes, and kettles of corn.
Hot stuff coming through.
I bring my children down here with my wife, and it's sort of a good way of starting Thanksgiving. It lets you remember what Thanksgiving's all about.
Other volunteers, like the Wachter family, served platefuls of food to more than 1,000 of our community's most needy.
And we wanted to give back a little something to our community. We're very thankful for all that we have, and we wanted to share part of our day with the community.
Peter Lyons owns the Marketplace Grill. For the last 9 years, he and the Sisters of St. Joseph have been serving Thanksgiving Day dinner. Generosity has its rewards. Lyons receives dozens of thank you cards every year.
I think the neatest ones are the ones by children, where they kind of do the handwritten little decorations and just say, you know, that it's the nicest meal they've had in a long time.
Volunteers served up turkey and all the trimmings at several other places in the city. Dominic's Restaurant, the City Mission, and the Antioch Baptist Church were all filled with people giving of themselves.
We need to share who we are and all the wonderful things we have, and there's only one way to do that, and that's reaching out to others.
Kim Young, Newswatch 35.
Lots of good food out there. Now, Bill Schubert joins us now with your Storm Team First Alert forecast. And as we said at the top of the show, it looked more like Easter today than it did Thanksgiving. Gorgeous day.
Oh, beautiful afternoon. You know, that storm moved so rapidly. I don't know if you watched the Macy's Day Parade, but I mentioned last night they were going to have a strong wind.
Yeah, problems.
Those balloons were going over sideways.
We'll hear more about that later in the show. Yes.
You betcha. For forecast tonight, folks, looking great. Increasing clouds will be breezy, 30 to 37. That'll be early. Then the temperatures rising by morning into the 40s. The southerly winds take over. And tomorrow, another front heading our way. Cloudy, windy with occasional rain, ending later in the afternoon, 48 to 52. And tomorrow.
It was a parade organizer's nightmare. Bone-chilling high winds whipping down New York City's famed White Way, pushing and pulling the giant balloons and their handlers until they lost control of one, the 18-foot-high Cat in the Hat.
They were bringing the balloon across, but the Cat in the Hat balloon's really large, and as it swung over, I think it was like the top of the hat that hit the extension post with the lamp, and it pushed so hard that it just snapped it off, and it spun it into the crowd.
4 people were hit by the flying debris.
It all happened very quickly. Snapped, and people screamed, and you know, then everyone looked down and people were lying on the ground.
It was a huge piece of metal. It missed me by a foot, at the most, only because I got out of the way.
Parade officials tried to take precautions, knowing in advance that it would be a difficult 2.5-mile route down Broadway this year. They ordered all balloons to be flown low to the ground, no more than 1 story high instead of the usual 3 or 4. The job was still difficult, though, for those double-teamed on each line.
How is it to hold these guys today?
Not easy. They're pulling back harder than we can pull them.
You gotta run. You gotta run.
You gotta pick up the pace.
Pick up the pace.
That helps.
That's it.
We're struggling here because it's hard. It's a heavy balloon. This thing is killing our arms.
Underarm flab. It's a good workout for that.
It's not the first time that Mother Nature has wreaked havoc on the official ushering in of the Christmas season. 4 years ago, Sonic the Hedgehog crashed into a lamppost, hurting 2 people. The Cat in the Hat made it to the end of the parade, although with his hat in tatters. Others, like the Nestle's Quick Bunny, were also a bit disheveled. But the spirit of the season was still there.
How many? Lots of turkey tonight. Lots of cardio. Happy Thanksgiving.
And the kids seem to like having their favorite characters on almost eye level as they eagerly awaited Santa's coming. Claudia Marshall, CBS News, New York.
Incredible. Well, high winds in Philadelphia kept the giant balloons in storage at the nation's oldest Thanksgiving Day parade. Organizers allowed smaller balloons to cover the route, but they were afraid the three-story balloons might be swept away. The windy weather didn't keep Governor Tom Ridge from attending the 77th annual parade. The Erie native joined his wife Michelle and their two children as an official entry. The Philadelphia parade is second only in size to the Macy's parade in New York. It is a Thanksgiving without family or Americans on military duty in the Persian Gulf. But the Pentagon is leaving no pumpkin pie unbaked. If you worry about fitting your whole family around the table, imagine trying to take care of the 5,500-member crew aboard the USS George Washington. Today's meal included 2,800 pounds of turkey, 3,500 pounds of potatoes, 160 gallons of gravy, and almost 10,000 pieces of pie. Thanksgiving or not, America did not get a break today from the tension with Iraq. The U.S. continues to insist UN weapons inspectors have unrestricted access to Saddam Hussein's palaces. Iraq's foreign minister says the invitation to inspect the palaces applies only to international experts and diplomats and not to weapons inspectors now in the country. Yesterday, Iraq invited international experts and diplomats to see for themselves that the palaces aren't hiding stocks of chemical or biological weapons. The parents of the Iowa septuplets have said repeatedly they are thankful for their 7 new additions to their family. This Thanksgiving, though, they have even more to be thankful for. Now there's just one McCoy baby on a ventilator. 6 of the 7 septuplets are now breathing on their own and are in fair condition. Only Nathan remains on a ventilator. He is in serious condition. Experts say now that they've survived the first week, the baby's odds of survival overall are 98%.
Showers and more wind in the forecast tomorrow, but the weekend forecast, well, I'll tell you all about that coming up in a couple of minutes.
And later, Dr. Bob warns you should keep your pets in mind when you start spreading the holiday spirit through your home. First came the Jingle Cats, then there were the Jingle Dogs. Now, guess who's next?
You're watching Newswatch 35 First Edition with Lisa Zampa, Drew Sugars, meteorologist Bill Schubert, and Gary Drapshow with sports.
Closed captioning of Newswatch 35 is brought to you by the law offices of Edgar Snyder and Associates.
It's in a jar, in the car, in a drawer, on the floor. It's all over the place. So where's your loose change? This holiday season, cash in with the perfect gift, the Money Wrapper, the automated coin machine that sorts, stacks, counts, and wraps your loose change in one easy step. You simply drop a handful of loose change into the Money Wrapper and watch. First, it switches on automatically. The Money Wrapper starts to spin and separates the coins. Then they're down the chute where they're sorted. Pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. Each coin drops into its own removable tube where it's stacked and counted. It's that simple. You just place the coin wrapper in the bank, and each counted coin is automatically wrapped. So wrap up your gift giving today with the Money Wrapper. And when you're all done, the Money Wrapper shuts off by itself, and you're left with sorted, stacked, counted, and wrapped piles of money. It's real money. Stop throwing it away. Just drop it in the Money Wrapper, and it does the rest. Neat, clean rolls of coin.
Mervyn's, California, just because they're giving away free limited edition Disney holiday stockings filled with surprises. Is this stocking better than me? Oh, sure, inside you'll find a special travel offer for a Disneyland family vacation. But what about me? And okay, inside each is a coupon for 10% off of a $100 Mervyn's purchase. So go. Just go.
It's not your everyday sock. In fact, it's just...
This morning, the reports of snow south of the lakeshore, and there's a view this morning at 7:30 looking east out of the peninsula. The storm clouds moving out and replaced by sunshine. Outside right now it's partly cloudy, mostly cloudy some areas, 41 degrees, humidity at 70%, falling barometer. The winds southeast at 3 miles per hour, but those winds will be picking up later. Okay, on the almanac today, we made it up to 45 degrees, exactly normal. How about that? And that low of 39, there's your record highs and lows, and the sunset and sunrise. And around the area, temperatures in the 30s and 40s, above freezing everywhere. A couple of our weather watches for now. John Yarbonate, East Springfield 40, Helen Barranti, West Springfield 42, more at 6 o'clock. So everybody enjoying above freezing temperatures. Now, the next system coming in from the west, our regional Doppler radar showing rain into northwestern Ohio, heavier showers near Chicago, all heading our way and should be across the Erie area by early tomorrow morning. It's not going to last all that long, nor it will be particularly heavy, but enough to carry the umbrellas, that's for sure. And the satellite picture, lots of clouds around tonight, and with these clouds, we're going to have some strong southerly winds develop tonight. Temperatures will actually rise overnight after reaching their low temperature readings, probably late this evening. Okay, we look at the latest weather map as of this evening, Thanksgiving evening. There is the high pressure that's moving out to sea now, and the winds will be coming around the backside of it southwesterly instead of the northwesterly winds that brought us to chilly temperatures early this morning. These will cause the temperatures to rise tonight. Here's the precipitation well ahead of this front, which will be passing through here by tomorrow afternoon. This storm here will probably take a track off to our south and hopefully miss us the entire weekend. By tomorrow afternoon, here's the front. High pressure building in behind. The rain should end around mid-afternoon tomorrow. This storm will continue its journey basically eastward and hopefully stay out of our hair right through the entire weekend. And the temperatures for tomorrow, the high temperatures, wow, this is not bad considering the end of November. The 60s reaching into the lower Ohio Valley, 50s around us, and 40s and 30s along the Canadian border. Not too shabby at all. Okay, the forecast for tonight, increasing clouds and becoming breezy, 30 to 37. Temperatures rising into the 40s by morning. And tomorrow, cloudy, windy, occasional rain, ending later in the afternoon, 48 to 52. Winds becoming northwest later. And tomorrow night, partly cloudy, 34 to 40. And the extended outlook for Saturday, mostly sunny, 45, and looking dry and mild right through Tuesday at this time. Today's weather school question is, the Weather Service forecasts are revised every 3, 6, or 12 hours. The answer at 6 o'clock.
So those golfers may actually get out there and tee it up this weekend.
Oh, they're going to have a blast out there. It should be great.
That's great stuff.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Well, you probably have a lot of decorating to do after you recover from that Thanksgiving Day turkey, of course. Well, the holidays bring with them lots of delights, but Dr. Bob Lanier doesn't want you to forget about the potential dangers for your pets. Here's today's 60-second house call with some tips on pet safety.
There's something about tinsel in cats that's mutually attractive. But tinsel balls beat fur balls by a long shot. And while they're not toxic, if eaten, tinsel will cause intestinal blockage, sometimes even death. Same problem with styrofoam. The biggest cat danger in your home, though, may be a Christmas lily. Cats chewing on them develop kidney failure. Two big hazards for the dogs, one in the house, the other in the garage. Dogs love chocolate, but they don't handle it well, especially the Baker's semi-sweet variety that you may cook with this time of year. In the garage, the antifreeze you use on the car has a sweet flavor that dogs just love, and it's very dangerous. A tablespoon will kill a cat, a couple of ounces will do a dog. That's just a small spill. Nothing like a sick pet to ruin the holidays financially and to send your young ones into a state of depression. Plan for it. I'm Dr. Bob Lanier.
And still to come on Newswatch 35 First Edition, Chris Hughes has all your Thanksgiving Day football action. And some fresh new faces are on the way to sing your holiday carols this year. We'll find out what all the fuss is about.
Visit us online at www.ccbs.com.
Hi, Bob Vila here to show you a unique new Craftsman tool no home should be without. Craftsman Handy-Cut utility cutters, exclusively from Sears, but one tool you can count on for all kinds of tough cutting jobs. Craftsman Handy-Cut does the job of utility knives, carpet knives, shears, shop cutters, and more. Look how tough it is to make a good cut through this damaged garden hose with a utility knife. Craftsman Handy-Cut gets it done in one clean cut, quickly and easily. Use this versatile tool for jobs all around the house, inside and out. It's a terrific small branch and shrub pruner. Shears or shop cutters can't trim vinyl flooring as easily as the Craftsman Handy-Cut, and you'll never use a utility knife for cutting weather stripping again. The Craftsman Handy-Cut is ideal for crafts, too. Its unique design gives you maximum power to cut through tough materials. And its razor-sharp replaceable steel blade slices straight and true. Comfortable hand grips and its compact size make the Craftsman Handy Cut easy for anyone to use. Plus, a handle latch keeps it safely closed tight when it's not in use. And like all Craftsman hand tools, the Craftsman Handy Cut is guaranteed forever. Call now, and you can order your Craftsman Handy Cut for only $19.99. Use the Craftsman Handy Cut to cut nearly any common household material, including rope, plastic, leather, vinyl, and rubber. Thick leather is really difficult to cut, but the Craftsman Handy Cut cuts it evenly and fast, thanks to its long 2.5-inch blade. Craftsman Handy Cut utility cutters are a must addition to your toolbox. And remember, when you buy from Sears, your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. Put the Craftsman Handy Cut to work around your home and call now.
Don't wait. To order your Craftsman Handy Cut, get your Sears card or other credit card ready and call 1-800-367-1900. That's 1-800-367-1900. Or send your check or money order for only $19.99 plus shipping and handling to the address on your screen. Call 1-800-367-1900 right now.
You're watching Newswatch 35, First Edition.
Now that Thanksgiving is almost under your belt, one music producer is hoping your thoughts will start turning toward the cute and the jingly. Jingle producer Mike Spalla mixed the giggles, coos, and cries of 124 babies to compile his latest album of holiday standards. You might remember some of his past works, Jingle Dogs and Jingle Cats, but the new project took much longer than either of those. That's because the Jingle Babies insisted on plenty of breaks for feedings and nap times. Been there. Well, still ahead, what nearby place do you like to visit in the winter? On this American holiday, our American Moment visits an unbelievable sight right here in your corner. Living on the North Coast, you have to deal with a lot of cold weather and ice. But as James Earl Jones will show you in today's American Moment, there's a lot of close-to-home beauty as well.
This great sight of America, this great symbol of America, is one people generally do not go to see in wintertime. And that is a pity. Well, there's a wonderful kind of tug-of-war going on to watch hereabouts in the season of snow and ice. A tug-of-war between the falls and the frost. The river and the cataracts themselves never do freeze, really. They move too fast for that. But the cold is in ambush everywhere, always laying in wait, and always seeming to whisper, just slow down a little, just slow down at all, just pause, and you will be mine. Whatever does not move is clutched at once by the cold, which waits at the edge of the river and the falls to claim what it can. At Niagara in the wintertime, there are two kingdoms. The kingdom of the rushing water and the kingdom of the cold.
10 or 12,000 years ago, where Niagara is now, there was a glacier. The falls did not form until the glacier relaxed its grip on the water. So you see what is happening. Every winter, just as a reminder, the ice takes back a little of its own.
Well, Chris Hughes joins us now from the locker room, and I'd have to say the Chicago Bears came out hot today, and they went stone cold. What happened, Red?
I'm not sure, Drew, but that Niagara Falls piece reminds me that the Bears should get a barrel ready to go over the falls because this season is toast for them. They played the Lions, of course, earlier today. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys' 4 first-half turnovers have resulted in a 24-7 deficit against the Tennessee Oilers. So the Cowboys on the ropes as well. But as we roll the highlight reel, we take a look at the first game. 20-10, the Bears led it. Barry Sanders took over 40 yards in the final minute of the first half. It was a close game earlier, but the Blue Devils lead in the first half. In the second half, they just had some fun. Watch freshman Elton Brand off the Mike Chappelle miss. They would stay on a late rally, but they do win it 95-87. They'll probably be ranked first next week. NBA, watch this. That's the Celtics' Ron Mercer crashing over Rick Fox. He was okay, but he would stay in the game, but the Celtics weren't, as Kobe Bryant was doing just fine, hanging in midair for two. The Lakers rebound from their only loss with a 15-point win last night against the Celts. Now the Cavs were in Philly, and they were on the run. Sean Kemp for the hoop and the foul. Cleveland wins that one 95-289. NHL, the Penguins led Carolina 2-1 in the third. Alex Hicks takes matters into his own hands. That's the game winner. The Pens hold on 3-2. Now finally, the Erie Otters host Barrie tonight in their annual Turkey Night game. They've lost 3 in a row. They hope to turn it around this weekend.
Yeah, we're kind of in a slump right now, especially at home, and these 2 games will be a good tester for us to see how well we're doing. And Barrie's the top team in the league, and I feel that we have a good chance to beat them.
So coming up at 6 in about a half hour, we'll from Sports in 35 Country. We focus on that on Thursdays. We will look at a couple figure skaters who are gearing up for some very serious competition. We'll also look at Barrie Sanders' record-setting day in a little more detail. That's it from the locker room. Drew will be back with more news after this.
Well, Thanksgiving Day is more than half over, and many of us spent the day eating and eating and eating. Others spent their day volunteering at places like the Marketplace Grill, Dominic's Restaurant, or the City Mission. For most of us, though, this day is a time for us to reflect on what we are thankful for. In tonight's Eye on You segment, Newswatch 35's Kim Young asked you what you're thankful for.
And peace, that we have peace today.
Everything. Good health, children, family, love, worship, everything. Really. No other way of putting it.
Well, I'm thankful for being here, for one thing, and for the family and Chris, and for all of the people like yourselves who are keeping me safe and secure.
My family, definitely, and all the blessings that we've all received this year.
I'm just thankful that I'm able to get around in such beautiful weather we've had today.
I'd have to say a great wife and a wonderful baby. We're going to have more on Newswatch 35 at 6. It's next.
A Waterford family was only trying to stay warm, but something went terribly wrong. This is Kim Young. I'll have more on the Thanksgiving tragedy tonight.
Also at 6, we'll show you how your North Coast neighbors pitched in to help others this holiday. The weather was absolutely perfect for just about anything this Thanksgiving. This is Tony Victor. At 6, a look at a very sunny turkey trot.
And tonight, Sports in 35 Country takes a closer look at some of the top skaters